Another thing that I saw in the book that I heard over and over was that you're really good at asking questions, and I don't know if you just, wrote the book in such a way that it made you look like you're really good at asking questions.
Right? So,
um, but there are lots of examples, that we could look at there. I remember one you said to someone, "I'm curious, when I say Jesus," you had already been in a conversation with, I believe it was with a Christian and Jewish couple, and you said, "I'm curious, when I say Jesus, what do you think?" That's a really great question in the midst of that conversation. So for those of us who aren't good at coming up with questions on the spot, on the fly, what are some tips you would give for people to ask good questions?
okay. So my first word, you said it. Am I truly curious? Like really work on being curious. So if I'm asking a question just fishing to get somewhere, those usually aren't good questions, right? People feel led, I'm leading them. But if I'm truly curious and I'm then open, who knows where this conversation might go? There was three young guys I was talking to in this little town, and they were like these tight friends. I found out they'd been friends all their life, and I'm like, man, yo, I'm kind of amazed at your relationships of 24-year-old guys in this little town. And I just kept being curious. And then one of the guys says, um, I said to them, because they're one of the dads was a pastor, and all the guys decided they didn't believe. And I was really curious. He had a pastor for a dad. I said, what would it take? What would God have to do? What would Jesus have to do for you to believe in him? Shaun, he said the most amazing thing. He said, well, I guess he would have to come here in corporeal form. And I was like, 24-year-old guy who doesn't believe in Jesus says he's got to come here in corporeal form. I said, dude, where did you get that word from? Do you know that's a word that's a theology word that you learn in seminary? I said, that's a brilliant word. Where did you get the word from? He goes, from one of my video games. And Shaun, I got to share about the Bible, about how we believe other people came because of just a few documents, like Caesar, and it was amazing. But it was really, I was truly curious.